Going to sharpen some pet grooming shears this afternoon. So if you're watching this after the fact, it's Sunday afternoon, and a young lady just brought these in. She found me on Google and drove in from the city of Houston to have me sharpen these. She dropped them off, and I told her I'd have them first thing in the morning. She said she's off tomorrow, but she would like them tomorrow. So we're going to get started. We're going to start with the tiny pair here, and I got to find my towels. So here we go. Here's our little cup. They don't look too bad. Maybe chewed up around the tip. Uh-oh. Let me close that door. All right. Take that apart. There's all of our little parts right there. See if we can clean these a little bit. I can see the ride line needs work. See if we can get that straightened up. All right, so we're going to do a little ride line work first. Much better. Maybe right there and maybe right at the tip. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching out there. I hope y'all hit that thumbs up button, and I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. I'm Mike White. I'm with Sharpening Services located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades, sewing scissors, industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. A young dog groomer was off today and dropped her tools off just now to be sharpened. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and knock these out, get them done. She's not gonna come pick them up until tomorrow, but let's get it done this afternoon. And I thought I'd turn the camera on and see what everybody's doing on this Sunday afternoon. Hey, Jim, Burrito Master, thanks for watching. Jim, you still working on the high school's knives? Or did you get them all knocked out? Good afternoon, folks. Thanks for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let's get that algorithm working. Done and picked up. That's wonderful. That's a good ticket. That's a real good ticket. Oh, hold on one second. We got the garage door opening. All right, it's the daughter coming in to pick up the wife. Appreciate y'all watching out there. All right. So it looked like these have been sharpened in the past. It looked like they've rolled the edge. Y'all can let the dog out. All right. So we're gonna have to turn on the dust collector and make a lot of noise. Move some light around here so we can see. Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there. Hope y'all hit that thumbs up button, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We do get some mail-in sharpening from time to time. And I think our YouTube channel has increased our presence on Google, on our Google page. I noticed that our Google page gets more traffic when I do these videos. So I hope y'all are checking out our website. I hope you're checking out our YouTube channel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We try all the social media to get our business going. So if you're just tuning in, we're sharpening pet grooming shears for a local dog groomer. What the heck I did. I took them out of the clamp before I was finished. What's everybody up to out there? Can you sharpen any pair of scissors without a sharpening jig? You can freehand them. I mean, I know a lot of guys that do freehand, and you'll see me freehand the curved shears here in a little bit. That looks real good. All right, I gotta close that garage door. Sorry about that, folks. Somebody came in and opened the garage door, and it's a little chilly today. Appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hitting that thumbs up button. It does help our little business. All right. Lamp post, the clamp just gives a little bit more stability. Like I said, there's some sharpeners that do it freehand. I like to use the jig or the clamp, especially when I'm convexing. Well, I appreciate you watching. All right, that looks pretty good. Move the camera again. So what I like to do is a little alcohol and a towel at first. Y'all can't see it. Oh, you might be able to see it in the camera. See the burr along the blade? So remove the burr. Then I like to take a little piece of leather chamois all the way along that edge, and that looks real good. Oh, it looks real nice. Let's try this one. All right, that looks good. And light is your friend when sharpening. And I got a nice clean edge. All right. So now we go back to the stones. Make sure there's nothing on the stone. It's good and clean. And I think we got a really nice ride line, but I'm going to work it a little bit on the stone anyway. Very light pressure. And I can tell by the water that I've got it right. All right, that one looks real good. Let's do the other blade. I appreciate y'all watching out there. If you just tuned in, we're sharpening pet grooming scissors for a dog groomer. She dropped them off here a little while ago, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go get them done. She's not gonna come pick them up until tomorrow, but let's get them done, get them out of the way. I've got clipper blades to do, but I may wait until tomorrow morning to do the clipper blades. Somebody just dropped something off on in my drop box. I heard the cameras go off. That looks real good. All right, so it didn't take much work there. Those ride lines were pretty good shape. I'm not going to move the camera, but I'm just going to touch this each blade to the buffing wheel a little bit there. All right, make sure everything's fairly clean, putting it back together here. There's my little towel. Yeah, Alex, you can't sharpen them yourself, really. You have to have the right machine to sharpen them. They're not flat. Clipper blades are what's called hollow ground, and it takes a special lapping machine to do them correctly. I assume you're a barber. You're probably better off buying new ones, unless you found somebody local that would sharpen them for you. I have a lot of barbers. I'll do their blades every so often. I did a bunch on Friday for a barber. They save a little bit of money. All right, feels good. Yeah, if you're just probably doing it on your own, you're probably better off. Lieber, I charge for these shears, for pet grooming shears, I charge $20 to sharpen these. And I charge $8 for the clipper blades. And that's when they bring them to me. If I go to I don't do mobile for dog groomers. I only do mobile for salons and barbers, and if I go to a salon or a barber to sharpen their shears, I charge $35 a pair with a minimum of 3 to travel. Or they can bring them to me here in my home shop for $20. I'll sharpen them. Oh, look at that. That's just cutting wonderful now. Look at that. Crisp, crisp, crisp. All right, so those are sharpened. Let's clean them up a little bit. I'm going to oil them here, do a final adjustment. A little bit of oil. There we go. You don't want them to slam shut. You want them to have a little tension on them. That's where they should cut the best. All right, so those are done. And then what I like to do is, I like to take these little rubber bands and put them around the end of the shears so they don't open and nick the blade. So there's one pair done. Now we're going to go to the curved ones. These are curved grooming shears. And I tested all of these already when she brought them in. They're not bad. There's just a little catch to them right there. It just kind of catches. And I can see that if she was, doing a dog, cutting a dog, and it kind of catches, she's not going to like that. So we got to fix it. All right, so let me find my little tool here. And this is a little tool made by a guy named John Waterhouse in Wyoming. And it really comes in handy. If I can find the right setting. That's it right there. Some of these shears you have to have a special tool to get them apart. You can see the little screw. It's not like a screwdriver. It's got to be a special tool to take it apart. And we got the washer in there. So we got to take that washer out. We don't want to lose our parts. That's why I put them in that little cup. All right. Yeah, they're a little worn, but they're not all. That's not the worst set I've sharpened this week. All right, unlike the straight pair, I'm not going to work the ride lines until we're finished with the flat hone. All right. And that is a rough edge. Whoever sharpened that last. Ugh. I'm going to see what I can do here. I see a little wave on the edge there. All right, I'm gonna move that camera. We're gonna turn the dust collector on again. Sorry about the noise, but don't want to breathe this stuff, that's for sure. And you see I have a fan pulling this way, and then there's the collector behind it for the dust collection system. So it keeps most of the dust out of my face. I usually wear a mask when I'm in salons because I don't have a dust collection system there. So this is where I'm going to freehand. All right, looks good. I'm just going to convex just a hair. That looks real good. Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there, keeping me company here. All right, we can turn that noisy thing off for the moment. So a little rubbing alcohol. We got to remove that burr. I can see it up and down the blade there. Still got a little burr on that. So what I like to do is take a little piece of leather and just run it along that edge real gently, and it'll grab any of that burr that's left over. Still feel something right there. All right. Now here's where we use a little different tool for the curved shears. This little device here is called a ride line maker, and it's made by a guy named Ray Pope up in Indiana. PrecisionSharpener.com, I believe, is his website. And he came up with this little jig to work the inside ride line on curved pet grooming shears like this. And it works really well. Jose, thanks for watching from Brazil. Just a little something right there. That looks good. All right, so that was a 600 grit. Now we're going to go to the 1000 grit. And my dogs are going crazy about something in the house. I don't know what they're barking at. All right. Nice and smooth now. All right, so we got that blade done. Did I switch out? Nope, I didn't. See? I didn't put the 600 on there. Yeah, I don't think an intruder would be in there. If there's an intruder, he's not breathing right now with those two. They're German Shepherds. They're good protectors. They're still barking. That sounds like a squirrel. They're looking out the window at a squirrel. Okay, so we've worked both ride lines. Move this out of the way. All right, let's reassemble them. She takes really good care of her tools. These are fairly clean. Some of the dog groomers do not take care of their tools very well. And they're always dirty and filthy. Okay, I'm gonna go have to check and see what's going on. What are y'all barking at? Hush up. We're barking. It was squirrels. Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there. Sorry for the interruption. Dogs were going crazy. I let them in the shop. All right, feels pretty good. Still don't feel as smooth as I want them to. A lot of times rabbit fur will tell me more. Oh, that feels pretty good. That cuts pretty good there. If it's cutting this fine of hair, crisp too, it's very crisp. Make sure it's cutting down there, right in the middle, right there. Go back to this one more time here. I'm second guessing myself. See it catch right there? Catches right there at the tip. I don't feel anything, but I've got a 5,000 plate. I'm gonna see if I can touch up the tips a little bit. Let's move the camera over here. And I kind of feel like it's catching at the tip, so I'm gonna work the tip a little bit there on that 5,000. And I'm also gonna work it like this. Kind of felt like there was something there. Let me clean them a little bit first. All right, let's go back to this. I think that's good. I think that's cutting crisp. It may be pulling at the tip. I'm gonna come back and work on these later. I don't think those are the way I want them to be. So we're gonna go to the next pair. Another curved pair. I thought they were actually cutting pretty well. Right there at the tip, they may maybe a little bit. Right there, okay. So we gotta fix these. Oh, heck. Be right back. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there. I'm Mike White, Sharpen Right Services, located in League City, Texas. League City is halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears. That's what we're doing today. Clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. Appreciate y'all hitting those thumbs up. It does help the algorithm and helps our little business down here in Texas grow. We get a little mail-in orders from people. Yes, the dogs hate it. I don't have any tips. I'm not a dog groomer. I'm just a sharpener. So you need to talk to one of my dog groomers. They would tell you how to do that stuff, not me. I just sharpen their tools. And anytime my two rowdy dogs need theirs done, I just get one of my dog groomers to do it. How much do I make a day? Depends on the day, but I would say on average about $300 a day. Some better, some worse, some days. It's a good business if you hustle. The business is just not going to come to you. You have to work, and you have to work on Sundays. Because that's when the dog groomers and the barbers and the salons, Wendell, I love it. I spent 29 years sitting at a desk looking at a computer worrying about other people's money. And I've been doing this full time for 5 years and I love it. Now, I don't sharpen everything. I don't do yard tools. I don't do saw blades. If it cuts hair, fur, fabric, or food is what I sharpen. And surgical tools for dog groomers. And I've got a couple of orthopedic surgeons and a couple podiatrists that I'll sharpen their surgical scissors for. All right, we're going to put this back out. We're going to need that in a minute here. All right. It looks good. The marker is for, I mark the edge where I'm going to actually sharpen on the outside of the shear. And that's for me to see it and set the correct angle. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be, so I need to have that marker there to be able to see the edge. I use red. Some people like blue marker or black marker. I can see the red better on a chrome type, a high glare finish like this. Wendell, subscribe to my channel and you'll see all the actual tutorial videos. Unlike here where I'm just rambling on. I do have some other videos out there on how I do everything. And if you look at my community or my post tab on my YouTube channel, I have a list of all the equipment that I use. And I also have a list of trainers, people if you want to learn how to do this. There's several around the United States. Thank you, sir. That looks good. The ride lines were not bad on these shears. They look like they're fairly new. I'm not sure I would have had them sharpened, but she wanted them sharpened. I double checked with her. I said, "You sure you want these sharpened?" She said, "Yeah." Okay, then I'm going to sharpen them. Looks good. Got to do the other one now. Oh. That looks good. I can feel how smooth it is. So that's going to be a nice ride line. Yep, that looks real good. Okay, so we have these done. I have two more pair. I have a pair of thinning shears and a pair of texturizers to do. That'll be fairly quick. Appreciate y'all watching out there. Your support does help our little business down here in Texas grow. All right, let's see how it cuts. Same thing, catching at the tip. Almost feels like there's a little something on there. That feels real good. That's cutting nice. All right, so there's another pair done. Got those done. Let's do the thinning shears next. And how I like to test those. That's not bad. Huh. Yeah, it's kind of pulling right there. Right there, it's pulling the hair. So we got a little spot right in there. All right, we got to sharpen them. Where is everyone watching from? All right, we're gonna get aggressive with this ride line there. Right in there. little more. All right, that looks good. All right, here comes the noise. Antarctica and Illinois. All right, we can turn that noisy thing off for the time being. I think that looks pretty good. Well, Keith from Chicago, thanks for checking in. Appreciate you watching. Yes, Wendell, I do. It's not always the same thing every day, but just about every day. It's always the same stuff. It's either salon barber or grooming shears. I do a lot of knives. I did a bunch of kitchen knives this morning. It's a huge difference on a Tormek. I started off sharpening with a Tormek. In fact, I just cleaned up my Tormek this morning and put it in a box. I don't use it very much, but it's a great machine. But you can't do salon shears. You can do scissors on your Tormek. You can do sewing scissors on the Tormek very easily if you have that jig for the sewing scissors, and it does a good job for sewing scissors. The Tormek is a really good machine. Radu, how are you? Yeah, the whetstones, I learned how to sharpen on whetstones as a kid. You just can't have a business sharpening 50, 60 knives and do whetstones and make money. It just takes you too long. Hey, Jonathan, thanks for watching. Yeah, I mean, when the stone is dry, it takes off more material. Yes, this is water. I use water on these. These are ceramic stones, and you use water on them. I think that's good. Yeah, looks real good. So I am going to work this one a little bit. Let's see. I thought I saw something in the light. Like I say, light is your friend. It feels pretty good. Keith, this is a 1500 stone here. And I'll finish with a 5,000 on both of these in a minute. So I'm just looking for consistency along this edge here in the light. And it looks real good. So we can go to the next stone now. So now we'll go to the 5,000 grit. You know, you're better off emailing me. Go to my page there and my email, and let me give you the reasons why. It's just not designed to do that kind of work. The Tormek does a lot of things very well. Most of them are, you know, woodworking tools, knives, and that sort of thing. To do salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, you need specialized equipment. Kind of see something right there. I think that's good. Yes, it's called a flat hone, H-O-N-E, flat hone. My particular machine is made by Wolf Industries. It's called a Hirito. And you can go to wolfindustries.com. If you look on my community tab or my post tab here on YouTube, on my YouTube page, there's a post on there with all the equipment that I use, and it's got a link to their machine. And you can go to their YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. It's Wolf Industries. In Spartanburg, South Carolina is where they're located at. And you can check out all the different machines, and they've got some videos explaining how their machines work. All right. What was on the stone window? Water, just water. And so what I like to do is on these is ramp this up a little bit. And so we're just touching that edge on there. This is not a cutting edge side of the blade. This is what grabs the hair. And Cheater, there's a lot of good YouTube channels out there of other people sharpening that you ought to check out. I have on my post. There's a post that's showing all of the different sharpeners that I follow around the country. Yeah, did you find it? Shows all the other YouTube channels that I follow. And there's also a list of the equipment that I use. But there's other sharpeners, there's other equipment out there. All right, those are cutting good. All right, we're going to do the chunkers next, or the texturizers. Wendell, and I'm not sure what you're asking. Why are these different? One takes less hair. This is takes less hair than the other one does. Basically, making layers in the hair. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the 1000 grit. You're welcome. A little bit right in there. Well, if y'all just tuned in, I'm sharpening pet grooming shears. These are chunkers or texturizers, and they're designed to put some texture in the hair. Got a little bit of odd area on this one. We're almost there. Maybe right there. probably because of the cost. I would imagine full stainless shears would be extremely expensive to manufacture. These are cast shears here. They're all made in China. The pet grooming, most of the pet grooming shears are anyway. All right, that looks good. Yes, I do. Sunday mornings. I did them this morning. Go to my channel. You'll see a video that I did the other day of me doing them. I've got a couple of videos out there on flattening the stones. Sunday morning is usually the morning for me to do them. I actually flattened them, I think, on Friday. And they're going to need flattening again after this. I'll do them in the morning. I've had these stones for 10 years. I mean, they're thinner than they were when I bought them, obviously, but I don't go through, oh, forgot to put the dust collector on. And the material on these shears is very nasty. You don't want to breathe this stuff, and that's why I have the dust collector on. And I have fans pulling everything this way. I still should be wearing a mask, but since I'm doing the live stream, I don't have my respirator on. I mean, it does, but you know, I mean, it takes a long time to eat through those stones. I'll show you the difference here in a minute. My 1500 stone is the thinnest. I use it more than anything else. And that's why I recently just bought a, no, I can't do a Darth Vader impersonation. That would be funny, though. I wonder if they make a Darth Vader respirator. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I always wear black when I go to the salons anyway. And I'm wearing a black hoodie right now. A Darth Vader respirator, man. I gotta find one of those. That looks good. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to find one of those. A Darth Vader respirator. You know somebody has got to have made one. I bet there's a welding helmet too. What do you want to bet? That's hilarious. I don't know how I would look in the hair salons or the barber shops sharpening with a Darth Vader mask on. So you were asking about the stones, okay? So this is my newest stone here. This is 1,000. These are from the same company. There's my 1500 stone right there. So this one's new. This one's right at 10 years old. So, and this has done thousands and thousands of shears. I don't know. I probably do 10 shears a week. 10 to 12 shears a week, you know? That's funny. Yeah, 3D print one. I'll leave that to you young guys. But I bet you somebody makes one. So even though we worked the ride lines to begin with, we're going to go back to them a little bit here. I don't have the, they're not water disc, they're abrasives. They're 3M, or these are ones I bought on Amazon. They're just aluminum oxide. I believe. I can't remember the material. It's not aluminum oxide. I can't remember what the material is. Silicone oxide, I believe, is the ones I've got. But you can see the ones they sell on Wolf, or the 3M brand. They're expensive, and I don't think they last as long, in my opinion. You know, everybody's got their opinion on the abrasives they like. So y'all can't see that, but there's some little dings right there on those teeth, and that may be where that's funny. You can, oh, I've got to find one now. I'm going to have to get one. That's hilarious, man. I can't believe that you looked that up. The welding mask would be cool, wouldn't it? I don't weld, but it'd still be cool to have one. And right in there, there's some, I got that cleaned up pretty well, but I need to work this area right here. That looks good. I just saw something in the light right there. I want to work this a little bit more. I saw something glimmering there. So I'm just putting a little extra pressure down here at the pivot. I don't know, I've never tried the diamond ones. They're very expensive, and I'm afraid if I bought them and didn't like them, I would just spend the money. I know these abrasives work for me, and I know there's guys out there that do that kind of stuff on their CBN, and there's also the diamond stuff. No, Wendell, I don't play any kind of games. I'm an old man. That looks good. Okay, so now we can go to the 5,000. We're wrapping this up. I appreciate y'all watching. We've been on 74 minutes. I hope I got some subscribers out of it. Y'all can check me out on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, X. Oh, excuse me. Oh, all right. Finishing this up. That looks good. Clean our stone here. Clean our shears. That looks good. I want to ramp this a little bit, just tiny bit. I'll have to check out his channel and see what he's talking about. Well, you know what I didn't do? Well, I appreciate y'all watching out there. Keep losing my tools here. All right. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have a great day. Exactly. I don't want to be paying too much of something I'm not going to use. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all have a great day. Take care.